Hello, hello. Like my singing.
Hello, hello.
Or you can do it like the Three Stooges. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Okay. Alright, I'm shuffling the cards. We're doing Venus and Mars. Okay.
Venus and Mars.
It's your turn to select a card.
It's my turn to burn, her turn to learn.
Pick a card, pick a card,
her turn to learn and my turn to learn. Either way.
And by the way, I'm Rorree and this is Kato.
But yeah, if you don't already know. If you don't know, yeah. I'm not Rorree, she's Rorree. I'm Kato. All
right, so we're doing the Mars and Venus cards from John Gray. So Kato is going to read the Venetian side.
Right. And it says right here, I'm telling you women, men often do not listen because they are focused on solving the problem. Men often do not listen because they are focused on solving the problem. That's kind of funny to me. But yeah, I'm going to tell you one more time. Men often do not listen because they are focused on solving the problem. What's going on in your head right now?
I'm just waiting for you.
Okay. Now, I saw your expression on your face.
No, I agree
with it.
I do too.
Oh, you agree with it? Oh,
yeah,
so
I know that one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes women might think we not listening or whatever like that. Are you even listening to what I'm saying? And yeah, I already figured out what needs to be done before you took me on, Goldilocks's or the Little Red Riding Hood trip through the forest.
But sometimes we might just need you to listen. That's all the problem. And
it took me a while to figure that out.
Exactly.
I swear it used to annoy me.
So, and that it's a part of being an effective listener. So sometimes you have to just slow down. And ladies, you may have to let your mate know that I'm just sharing right now. You don't need to solve this. I just want you to hear me out.
And don't get frustrated because if it seems like he not.
Yeah, because they automatically want to go solve the problem. But so do I,
But you want to break it down like an IT specialist. Exactly why this is doing that and why I need this done and why such and such. Yeah. And all I know is it got to get done. How am I going to get it done?
Right. Like my daughter, because I'm guilty of doing that. I'm like a problem solver and stuff comes to me, and like I remember she was having some issues with some kids and she said, "Mommy, she is chewing gum while we're eating breakfast and she is playing with it and she is doing this and doing that." I said, "Well, don't look at her." And then she goes, "Would you let me do that?" And I'm like, "No, but I'm not her mama." So, you wouldn't be chewing gum while you're eating your breakfast anyway. But, if it's disgusting you and making you so repulsed, then don't look at her. Situate your chair so you don't have to see her. Since you already asked her to stop and she wouldn't, so you can't see her. But then I had to recognize that she really wasn't looking for me to solve the problem. And I do that a lot. I'll quickly go to the solution. So I've had to step back from doing that recently with her and just allow her to express how she's feeling. And then sometimes ask, "Well, do you want me to help you with a solution?" Or, because I done already thought of 5 of them while you telling the story. But I think men should ask as well. So do you want me to tell you what I think you should do? Or you just want me to listen? Ask. Ladies, tell them, before you get all irritated. That's how they wired. Let them know. I'm just venting right now. So you don't really have to solve this. But I do need you to listen to me. I got your ears.
Here's an example.
Okay.
That story that Rorree just told, I was just waiting her to get to the point of the story, I'm not knocking the group. It's a wonderful story, and I listened to the story, but I'm still waiting. Okay, so what happens? What was the final thing that was done? You know what I'm saying? The conclusion it came to. I listened to the story. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, okay.
So what? What did I do about the kid chewing the gum?
Well, you already told me what the conclusion was, what you told your daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how we are. Like, for example, there are times, we've done episodes in the past where you thought I was asleep, right? Right?
You be thinking like this. I be like, You know how people be in church, they be like this, and they be like, no, I'm just listening. Like that, right?
Well, I'm waiting to get to the point of everything she's saying so I can respond correctly. Okay. Which is a weird thing, which is an oxymoron, because you can't really respond correctly if you don't listen to the whole thing.
True.
Right?
True.
So I knocked myself in the head for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm telling women that men often do. That's a deficiency that we
So for guys, if you could just listen and hear us out without going into solve it mode, because once your brain starts going into solve it, part of you is not fully focused on what's going on, and then you're becoming anxious to deliver this information that's in your head. So you're still not fully focused on what she's telling you. Mm-hmm. So ladies, help them out and let them know you're not looking for a solution. And gentlemen, ask, is this something you just want me to listen to?
We're about to see what they want to tell us.
Yeah, I want to see. Want to see?
On the next one. Let's go flip.
Here's the Martian side. When a woman is upset, she needs to be heard, not fixed.
Voila. This is exactly what we're saying.
Exactly.
She wants to be heard.
Right.
Her whole story.
Like everybody hates Raymond. They just want you to listen. We just want you guys to listen and hear us out. But what I have learned, because I knew this about men, because I read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus many eons ago. So I already knew this because this is in a book. Right. The fact that men, they always focus on solving the problem. So I always would say, I just need you to listen right now. I just So I might lead in with that. So that they will listen and fully be present. And some things that I've learned since then are that when you're talking to your man and you really want him to be present, make sure that he's not doing something else. So make sure that he doesn't have a remote in his hands, flipping the channels. Make sure he's not cooking. Make sure he's not surfing his phone. Make sure he's not on Facebook. Make sure he's not on the internet. Make sure he's not reading the news on the internet or whatever.
Or he's not into the game.
Right. Make sure he's not watching the game, not watching a movie. If you want to talk to your man and you want him to be listening to you, you need to shut down all the other extras. Okay? Because women, we can listen to the men and be doing other stuff at the same time. But they need to shut it all down. Otherwise, they're not going to really be listening to you. Okay? So that is a pointer that I have learned over the years, that if you really want a man to be listening to you, because sometimes you will think that a man is listening to you because they go, but they really are not listening to you. They're just kind of trained to go, Right. And you be thinking that they saying, to something, and they didn't hear nothing you said. So, and I've been listening to this relationship expert. He is so off the chain. So, and I got that from him. I was like, wow, I was looking at so many errors that I've made in relationships because, I'm thinking we're having a conversation and we're really not. I'm just talking to myself. Mm-hmm. So anyway, what you think about this?
I agree. I mean, it's just flipped. Basically, we've been saying this this whole episode that and this is just the other side of the coin, looking at it from the other side, which is the same thing. The three-way mirror is when she is upset, she needs to be heard, not fixed. You know what I'm saying? Don't be quick to, when she want to tell you about it, let her tell you about it, then go handle it. You know what I'm saying? Fellas gonna automatically want to handle it if they love you. You know what I'm saying? But I guess basically this is saying that fellas, you know, hear her first. You know, go through. I know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You know, and but if you love her, let her. That's one of the things that we talked about in another episode of basically showing her or making sure she's taken care of. She likes to be heard too. That's part of making her feel. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. If you disagree, you keep agreeing. I want, you know, we haven't got nothing that we didn't disagree. Yeah, it's not fun when we don't disagree.
Well, you know, I remember one experience where I would be talking, mm-hmm. and then the guy, like, interrupts me mid-sentence and talking about something else. Yeah. And I'm like, your ass wasn't even listening because you done interrupted me, and what you talking about don't have nothing to do with what I was talking about. So it really, but so I was like, dang, you ain't even listening. I might as well just shut the hell up, you know. So I mean, I'm just being real. Right. And so, but then I learned that, you know, if a guy's doing these things, they probably aren't listening to you anyway. So your mouth is going, and like how he just was doing, you know.
That's what it looked like.
So that's what they're hearing. All they're hearing is yang, 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 yang. And they watching TV and stuff, just hearing this little noise in the background. And then they just turn around and start talking about something. You be like, really? So, ladies, make sure you have the undivided attention and let them know, look, I want to talk to you about something, and I really want to have dialogue about it. So, you know what? Can we do it at a time when you're not doing this? And then, you know, so that I can make sure that we're on the same page, you know. Right. So, yeah. Totally that's agree. Just a pointer.
Totally agree. All right. Cool.
All right. So we want to hear from you.
Yes, we definitely want to hear from you. What's your opinion on it? Give us some examples of your personal experiences with this topic. And
any pointers that you have for everybody that has helped you with these situations. Yeah. With listening. Effective listening. It is a skill.
Okay.
That should be learned.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It definitely, I'm saying it definitely is. Definitely a skill.
All right. So definitely like us, share. He talks about this bell that's over here.
Yeah, that you can ring my bell. Ring my bell. And then you get notifications and all that good stuff like that when we put up new episodes of interesting relationship topics.
Exactly. All right. I hope you enjoyed us.
All right. God bless.
Peace.